Hello and welcome to another video from home, and today on A Vogel Talks Menopause I'm going to be talking about my easy tips to help ease hot flushes. If you like my tips and advice, then please subscribe and remember to hit the bell icon so you can be notified of all my new videos. I hope you've enjoyed the last few weeks where I've been going into a little bit of detail about hot flushes and sweats, and today I thought I would just gather together all the really handy tips that can help you cope with hot flushes through the menopause. So number one is keep cool. I know it's not always easy, especially if you live in a hot country or it's the summer months where you live just now. But trying to keep as cool as you can will help your body to regulate its temperature much better, and you're less likely to get hot flushes and sweats that are triggered by the surrounding heat. Try and keep your rooms as cool as you can. Maybe even use a fan. One of the electric fans can help to keep the air moving, and that can very often be enough just to keep that room a couple of degrees lower than normal. Wear loose clothing if you can, preferably natural fibres like cotton, and try and go with layers. It makes it easier then. If you suddenly get really hot, you can take a couple of layers off, and then if you're one of those ladies who tends to get a chill after a hot flush, then you've got a little bit of clothing that you can put back on to make yourself more comfortable. You can get these face spritzers where you can spray your face. It's very cooling, and that can be lovely, especially if you're outside a lot and you're feeling really hot and a little bit frazzled. Some women tell me that they find that just running their wrists under the cold water tap for a few seconds can make a huge amount of difference. And remember not to have really hot baths, and especially at night. And I know some women love a nice long soak before they go to bed to help them unwind and to help them sleep. But if you're sitting in hot water for a length of time, that can have quite an effect on your body temperature regulation, and that may be a factor in your night sweats. So we're looking at lukewarm baths and showers if at all possible. Number two, water. Stay hydrated. Honestly, I can't tell you how important this is. And I know we've had so many women over the last couple of months where it's been hot here have noticed that their flushes have got worse, and it's just because they're not adding in that little bit of extra water and taking the sunny weather into account. It needs to be plain water, and I know it's not very glamorous, but your body can use plain water so much better to keep yourself hydrated. Fizzy water, flavoured waters, especially those with artificial sweeteners, your body uses those differently, so you don't get such a lot of benefit from these types of water. If you do need to flavour the water, go for natural fruits. I find just a couple of frozen strawberries or raspberries or blueberries in my jug of water can be enough to give it a nice little bit of flavour, but it's not going to cause any problem with your body using it in that way. Remember about tea and coffee, caffeine, fizzy drinks, alcohol. They will dehydrate you further, and they will not contribute to keeping yourself hydrated at all. And a lot of these drinks will rev up your nervous system, and that will also give you flushes and sweats too. Number three, try the herb sage. This is known to help in regulating your temperature control, and that can very often bring your hot flushes under control. It works just as well for night sweats too, and it tends to work really quickly. And the great thing is that if you're on HRT and still getting flushes, if you're on hormonal contraception in the perimenopause and you're still getting flushes and sweats, you can take the sage, as it's not known to have any hormonal activity. Number four, watch what you eat and drink. So we've mentioned drinks, watch what you eat. A lot of high salt, high sugar foods can certainly contribute to flushes. And again, it's doing the diary, and you will be amazed at how much information you can get. Maybe do a diary for a couple of weeks just putting down all the things that you've been eating and drinking, the times you've been doing that, and when you've been getting flushes and sweats. And very often it will be there right in front of you. You'll be doing something at one point, and that may just be the common factor that's giving you your hot flushes or your night sweats. Also, make sure that you are getting enough fibre in your diet, because constipation can also be a trigger for hot flushes. So you want to keep everything moving nicely and regularly on a daily basis. And don't skip meals. So many of you have been telling me that you've been going on maybe the 5-2 diet or the keto diet, and you're having to do intermittent fasting. For a lot of women, this will make symptoms worse. So if you try these diets and you find that your symptoms are worse, or you feel rotten on them, then please stop them and go back to eating 3 regular meals a day, because sometimes that can make all the difference. Number 5, relax and breathe. Relaxation, I understand it's really difficult just now. You may either be like myself, I'm having to work through everything, it's really busy, I've hardly had time to sit down and chill. And for others of you, you may be under a lot of anxiety and extra stress with the worry of everything that's going on, and the thought of trying to relax just doesn't seem appealing. This is really important. This could be the most important 30 minutes of your day, because if you relax properly, if you calm your nervous system down, then that's going to cope much better with everyday life, and you may find that your flushes or your night sweats decrease just because of that little bit of relaxation. So that 30-minute me time is worth its weight in gold for you. Also, have a nice routine before you go to bed if you can, because if you are busy during the day, your nervous system is going to get revved up, and then if you're working until just before you go to bed, your nervous system just doesn't get a chance to calm down before you try and get to sleep, and your brain will go into overdrive. So try and have at least the last hour of the day in peace and quiet, preferably without any of your electronic equipment, just so that your brain can get a chance to wind down, and very often sleep will come that little bit easier for you. If you need any calming remedies, we have our lovely licensed product, Avena Calm. If you find it's your mind that's going and you just can't relax, then maybe try the Relaxation essence. This is one of the flower essences which can be taken anytime that you need to help yourself just to chill. So I hope you found the last few weeks helpful. If any of you out there have any other tips that you have found worked really well for your hot flushes and night sweats, then please do let me know, and we would all love to share them. And until then, I'll see you next week for another A Vogel Talks Menopause.